Hello and welcome back to Sunsets in Kuwait. In our series of Learning Kuwaiti, this is podcast number 5, Renting. Hello, السلام عليكم, صباح الخير.
صباح النور، يا هلا ومرحبا.
ما دفعت الإيجار حق هذا الشهر؟
ما راح أدفع، بهد الشقة.
ليش تبي تطلع من الشقة؟
أول شيء لأنها مزعجة وكل شيء فيها خربان.
شنو اللي ما يشتغل؟ ممكن تعطيني مثال؟
المكيف ما يشتغل ويخر ماي وما يبرد.
وشنو بعد؟ عشان أقول حق صاحب العمارة.
تبين تعرفين أكثر؟ أقول لك، شوفي، سخان الماي ما يشتغل والماي ضغطه ضعيف، والمصعد ذاك اليوم وقف واليهال داخله، والمواقف دائما مأخوذة، ما في مكان أوقف سيارتي.
أوكي، آسفة، رح أقول للمالك. Alright, so we wanted to give you guidelines as to when you're looking for an apartment or a house for rent, and so we came up with a few examples here. The first one is gonna be looking for an apartment.
Yeah, so the ads start with للإيجار.
الإيجار.
للإيجار is for rent. So usually you'll find two types, for rent and for sale. للبيع is for sale. للإيجار for rent. So if you're looking for rent, since you know foreigners in Kuwait, they cannot buy or own an apartment, so they will always look for rent.
For rentals, right?
So للإيجار.
للإيجار.
So the ad says للإيجار شقة, an apartment for rent في أبو الفطيرة, in أبو الفطيرة area. أبو الفطيرة is an area. دور ثالث, third floor. مع is with. مصعد is elevator. So an apartment for rent in أبو الفطيرة, third floor with an elevator or lift. وبلكونة كبيرة, and a big balcony. غرفتين, 2 rooms, وصالة living room, وحمامين and 2 toilets. ومطبخ مجهز. مطبخ is a kitchen, مجهز is equipped. تكييف وحدات, split unit, وموقف سيارة, and a parking and a car parking lot.
All right. So what I found useful when we started looking for apartments when we got married was I already knew how to read Arabic, and so I would go into the newspaper at that time. Now you have it online, right?
Yeah.
So I would go to the newspaper and identify those keywords, right?
Yes.
Like madbakh, the area. You know, if you live in Salwa, Rumaithia, Farwaniya, you have to know how it's written in Arabic so you can identify the ads quickly, right?
Yeah, and also we would also need to recognize the word, usually in the address they say qaf, qa means قطعة, sha or shara is a street,
right,
and jadda is avenue. So
Yeah.
usually that is not translated in the signs, so that is only in Arabic.
Yeah, for directions you can always go back to our previous podcasts where we explain what the street and house and everything is.
Yeah, so you know that you will know your way. Of course there is Google Map.
Yes.
And Kuwait Finder, there is an application also on a website called Q8 Finder. It will actually give you also a 3D of the street itself, ثلاثي الأبعاد للشارع عشان ما تضيع.
Okay, I have a question because usually, when they post the ads, you call the number that's there and the Haris will answer, or somebody who's in charge of renting the apartment, not the owner. Most of the time it's not the owner. So how do you introduce yourself and say you're looking for an apartment?
You would say, for example, ألو, عندكم شقة للإيجار? Do you have an apartment for rent? So usually he will need to know where are you from, شنو الجنسية, what's the nationality,
nationality?
من وين أنت, from where? What's the nationality? Because he prefer non-Kuwaitis most of the Kuwaitis if they don't pay rent.
It's okay.
Yeah, they will not put them in trouble.
And usually
So,
they ask not only for the nationality, but how many kids do you have?
yeah,
Because if you're a big family, it's a little bit harder to find an apartment.
Yeah.
And then they will be able to tell you, no, it's kind of small for your
yeah,
number of members in your
yes, yeah,
family.
yeah.
So
And also, the family itself, they will tell, okay, we need 3 rooms, 4 rooms. Like they will say, okay, نبي 3 غرف,
mhm.
3 rooms, 4 غرف. So it's count 1, 2, 3, 4, then غرف.
Right, when it's plural.
Yeah.
And then okay, so let's take a look at the words here. شقة, we know it's apartment. دور الثالث, دور is the floor, the number of the floor. ثالث comes from third, right? From 3. And then the lift, we've also talked about before.
مع مصعد.
With lift. This is very important because you don't want to run 5
yeah, if your first floor is okay, exercise.
It's
but
too far. You don't want to do 5 floors of stairs.
Yeah.
And then غرفتين, what it means is 2 rooms. Usually when it's 2, they add the teen at the end.
And we skipped one, and big balcony. بلكونة كبيرة.
بلكونة كبيرة.
They would say كبيرة is big. So they would say شقة كبيرة.
Right.
Or sometimes they say مساحات كبيرة. مساحة is a space. So they would refer to the شقة بمساحات كبيرة. An apartment with a big space.
And then the number of toilets is also very important. You need to emphasize on that.
وصالة.
Sala.
Living room.
If you want a big sala, you say sala kabira. And also, if you want AC, it can be central AC or the units, right?
So yeah, the AC unit, split unit, is, they call it تكييف وحدات. The other kind is they call it the central, yeah, تكييف مركزي.
مركزي. All right, let's move into the next one. Okay, the next one is about also an apartment.
للإيجار شقة في المهبولة في بناية تقع على طريق الفيحيل السريع مباشرة. الشقة دور ثاني، تتكون من 3 غرف، صالة، مطبخ، حمامين، غرفة خادمة، تكييف سنترال، للعائلات فقط. المراجعة أو للمراجعة then usually a number.
Alright, so it's talking about an apartment.
شقة للإيجار شقة, so it's for rent. An apartment in مهبولة, شقة في المهبولة.
We put it there in red for you, the area.
في بناية in a building تقع على طريق فيحيل السريع. It's located on Fahil Express.
Yes.
So usually also Fahil Express has a number which is 30.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll find the number there.
Yeah, so 30, 40, they're all numbers. They are intersect with the ring roads.
Yeah.
الدائري الأول الثاني الثالث الرابع till 7.
And then directly
مباشرة, so it's located in Fahil Express directly.
So it overlooks the express.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it has 3 rooms, ثلاثة غرف.
So it says دور ثاني, second floor. تتكون من 3 غرف. It consists of 3 rooms. صالة, living room, مطبخ, kitchen, حمامين, 2 toilets. غرفة خادمة,
maid's room. And then central مركزي central AC.
Yeah. للعائلات فقط. Here it says for only families. للعائلات فقط.
This is very important. Sometimes it says for bachelors only. How do you say that?
It would say well, no ad says for bachelor only.
Yeah, sometimes
But
in
sometimes they
English.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. For bachelor للعزاب usually.
Okay, because
I think they say
oh
like
no
that.
no no, they say no bachelors.
No bachelor.
This is what usually they say.
إيه
No bachelors, like
صح.
no men only.
Yeah.
Like,
فقط is only. للمراجعة, this is all the terminology they use to refer, and then they put a phone number. للمراجعة, call this number.
yeah,
للمراجعة,
to
send an
discuss,
email.
to review. And it's very important that you know that sometimes the people you're calling, again, they're not the owners, they're people who are basically like brokers, right? And they have a lot of apartments. So if they say this one is rented, maybe you can ask for another one and ask them if they have something else.
Yeah, and usually you will pay them half
Half
rent.
the rent.
Yeah, half the rent
So,
for 1 month only.
Yeah,
Because they have find the apartment for you.
right. And if you're gonna pay the half rent anyway, you might as well just ask them to find one for you.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is a very typical one. It says for rent an apartment.
للإيجار شقة سوبر
Super
ديلوكس.
deluxe. This is the key word.
بمنطقة صباح السالم. الشقة مكونة من 3 غرف، واحدة منهم ماستر، وغرفتين بينهم حمام وصالة.
In between them.
وصالة ومطبخ وغرفة خادمة وحمامها. So it's a house-made room and its toilet.
Its own toilet.
وحمام ضيوف and a guest toilet.
So we have a couple of new words here. First, super deluxe. This is a sales point.
Yeah.
And
so,
then
so refer super deluxe means it's newly
renovated.
Yeah.
Right.
الشقة مكونة means it consists of 3 غرف, 3 rooms. One of them, واحدة منهم master. One of them master. So we have 3 rooms. One of those 3 rooms is a master. And the other 2 rooms بينهم حمام. Between them there is toilet.
In between them there is a toilet. So you have an idea of how it looks like.
Yeah. وصالة ومطبخ وغرفة خادمة وحمامها. And it's
and now they're specifying that the maid's room has its own toilet, right?
Usually it's a request. Yeah.
Yes, that's why they put it in the ad, right? Because it's easier to rent like that. And then the last 2 more words that we have here is ضيوف. Guests. And the price.
Yeah, سعر.
All right. If you want, just take a look, pause the video and take a look at the words and what they mean.
And if you have any questions, in the comments.
Inshallah.
And don't forget to subscribe.
We're not done yet.
Okay.
And so the last one we have for you is a studio.
So للإيجار studio, if you are alone, you can stay, or if you are with somebody and she is enough for you, you can. So للإيجار for rent studio, غرفة حمام ومطبخ للعائلات أو سيدة فقط. إيجار.
Yes.
Then it says. So for rent is a studio, غرفة 1 room, حمام, a toilet, مطبخ, kitchen. للعائلات for families.
Okay, I wonder how a family will fit in a studio.
Yeah, they would say
if it's a 1 kid and 2 parents.
Yeah. Something you don't know the measurements, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. أو سيدات فقط. سيدات ladies only. So للعائلات, a lady can be a family also. So they just wanted to, when they say للعائلات, they meant is not for men.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
So العائلات means feminine and family is okay.
All right.
Yeah, we are little racist among men.
All right.
No, because usually they have issues. The other families will complain, you know, when they see a man coming up, or that's why they specify للعائلات for feminine, or a lady they want object.
Right. And then فقط is only. Okay.
فقط, yeah.
All right. So we hope that you've learned some new words in this video, and we have to apologize because it's taken us so long
Yeah, true.
to
We were
record a
busy.
video. We're too busy with
Yeah.
other things. But we appreciate your support and all the comments.
Yeah.
We're really, really
And
happy
that's
about
encourage
them.
us. يشجعنا ان احنا نكمل. It
Yes.
support us or encourage us to continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you as always, and you have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
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 Please like, share, and
Subscribe.
subscribe. Thank you.